Welcome back to another episode of Last Day on Earth. Today we're returning, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, as we are going to be wrapping up the shenanigans of the Lunar New Year event. We are taking down Nian, claiming our prizes, and on top of it, we also have got some news from the developers of Last Day on Earth about an update coming in February, along with some upcoming news as well. So as you can probably tell, we got a lot to get to, so without further ado, let's get to it. Oh, and I nearly forgot, there's so much going on that my 5 brain cell head is not capable to wrap all of itself around it. On top of that, we're also announcing a Last Day on Earth giveaway, baby. So yeah, like I said, there's so much that I kind of forgot to mention that, but that's happening too. And this giveaway is going to be themed around none other than the Lunar New Year event that is currently going on. And this is definitely an event that we want to absolutely knock out of the park, because there's a really cool outfit waiting for us at the end of it, and we definitely want to be rocking that. So as you might be able to tell from our inventory, A, we're ready for war, and B, we're ready to feed the heck out of Nian with a bunch of rice, kumquats, and a heck of a lot of candied fruits. So without further ado, let's go ahead, let's start feeding, and let's start going to battle. We're still in this kind of like the earlier phases. I believe this is gonna be our 3rd ritual fighting Nian, so I'll maybe do a little bit more melee here, you know, try to save some of the heavier hitting weapons for a little bit later on in the battle. But let's go over here to the ritual, and let's give our friend a little bit of the rice, all the way until the offering has been accepted. And to battle we shall go. Nian, Nian, my friend, my comrade, how are you doing? We got some fireworks over here that I might try to light over here for Nian as well, do a little bit of extra damage. But actually, I don't know, right now, and we also got Lexi coming along as well to do a little bit of damage, and Lexi is definitely helping out. Let's go ahead and Nian with our slow motion ability on the machete, which is actually going to slow down how quickly Nian is able to do damage to us. As you can see, that is very useful, because we were just able to slice and dice our way through Nian like it's nothing. And as a reward, we have awaiting for us over here in storage some pretty nifty things, and these things will only continue to get more and more nifty. And love to see the freaking Warriors armor that we're getting, because this is the only time of the year that you're able to stockpile on this rare limited edition set of armor. And I always, for whatever reason, always run out of pants. So it's gonna be really cool to hopefully we can get a couple of pairs of pants so we can, you know, add that to the wardrobe and be looking nice and fly. Oh, and speaking of wardrobes, there is an event coming up known as the Lucky Rabbit event that actually has a skin that kind of goes in pretty perfectly with the whole Lunar New Year event. And this one's gonna have like a bunny rabbit in the back, and this is actually gonna go pretty perfectly with whatchamacallit, the Silk Road skin that we are going to unlock. So we're gonna be busy bees, and y'all saw that we just got the whatchamacallit gas cylinder as well from completing the 3rd ritual. Let's go ahead and let's make our way up towards some more of these puppies, throwing some kumquats, throwing some of that jazz, and then we'll start chipping away into our candied apple stockpile as well. So Nian stage 4, how you darn, baby, how you darn. And you can see Nian continues to get tougher and tougher, this time rocking a hefty 600 health. Let's go ahead and actually bring Nian over here to the crate of fireworks, though. I would like to try and jabate Nian. Oh no, you know what it is? I gotta bring a freaking torch if I want to light the fireworks. But yeah, y'all can see Nian even does start to hit heavier and heavier. I mean, we're already much more damage is being done to us than before. Let's bring out the saw blade mace and do a little bit of damage with that. But yeah, the difficulty definitely does start to grow at a pretty decent pace, but we've come prepared. We've got some rewards waiting us for our in the chest, and we should be able to like not worry. Like, yeah, the rewards do stack. Like, I don't believe the rewards that are here from the last run just like disappear all of a sudden, so we do not need to worry about that. So very nice. Anyways, as we can see here, the nice thing is that it does appear like we only need 100 100 points each one of these times to go ahead and do this thing. Y'all can see that the candied fruits get us a 40, and that should be able to hopefully get us through quite a few of these levels. If not, we can definitely go ahead and cop a little bit more. But Nian's difficulty does continue to go up, and I'll try to get like a torch or something like that too. I think that actually will not be the worst idea in the world. And then as soon as we defeat this Nian right here, hit Nian with the slow-mo, I'll go ahead and detail that giveaway that I'm talking about that y'all definitely are going to want to go ahead and tune into. Our armor also appears to be holding up at a pretty steady pace. Let's go ahead and heal up, hit it with the slow-mo. No, Lexi's starting to get tired, my most wonderful pup. Well, that's bad news, but luckily we got some good news, and that of course is that Nian goes down yet again. I never know if I'm pronouncing Nian and Nian right. Like, I feel like I always see comments saying, Star, you're a dingus, you're not pronouncing it right. Yo, a weapon mod blueprint. It's only only a common, but hey, we got a Guandao too, so I'll definitely take that. And like I said, y'all are definitely gonna want to be taking part in this Twitch.tv/Starsnipe giveaway that is gonna be going on, because every Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern time, we are live playing Last Day on Earth, having a ball, having a blast. And this week, not only are we live playing Last Day on Earth with the face cam on and with the live chat rolling, but on top of it all, there's also a giveaway going on. We're gonna be picking 5 winners throughout the stream that each are gonna be getting their hands on 10 candied fruits, 20 lunar packs, and 1,000 coins, making this to be a nice little hefty prize that you'll be able to go ahead and claim. How to enter is super easy. You'll just randomly during the stream be like, hey, it's giveaway time, and pick someone randomly from the chat. So super easy PC. Try to make it as easy as possible for y'all. So you definitely want to tune in Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern time, Twitch.tv/Starsnipe. Link at the very tippity top of the description. We're live, same time, same place, every single week as well. And if you don't know what time that starts in your own local time zone, Twitch.tv/Starsnipe says schedule. Another link near the top of the description. We'll be able to go ahead and help you out. That'll tell you what time the stream starts, you know, in your own local time. And once you know what time that it starts in your own local time, that's the same time that we are starting every single week. Same time, same place. So looking forward to seeing some of you folks, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls over there. But all right, just want to make sure to get that out to y'all as soon as possible so y'all can hopefully plan ahead, and hopefully we can have a fun time, a fun stream. And my favorite part of all is stream where I'm able to give back to the most fan-freaking-tastic community around. So 10 out of 10 would recommend heading your patooties over there. Let's go ahead and throw in, I mean, I don't know. We only got to throw in like, what happens if I throw in all 5? Okay, so like it'll only take as much as it needs to go ahead and take the offering to the next level. Let's go ahead and go to a battle. Hopefully we'll be able to continue holding up, but Nian does continue to get harder and harder. I do want to get a torch and light this freaking crate with fireworks on fire. I might try to do that shortly over here, but for now, let's hit Nian with a slow-mo, and Nian keeps on hitting harder and harder, bro. I do not appreciate that, but you know, it is what it is. Oh, baby, Nian unlocks like some sort of like super ability that does a lot more damage than the rest of Nian's attacks. What the heck is going on? Nian is becoming a very formidable foe very freaking quickly, and oh goodness gracious, I can't say that I'm a fan of it. We definitely are gonna have to go over to some heavier duty weapons to keep up with our Nian buddy over here. Luckily, I mean, the Saw Blade Mace is able to do pretty hefty damage to Nian, so we are a-okay. See you later, alligator. And Lexi's tired. Lexi, thank you so much for the help. You deserve a nice rest after that. And how are we looking? We still only need 100 points to get this level up more and more, so that is good. I believe we are about halfway there. I believe there are 14 stages. How are we looking over here? We got another weapon blueprints. The prizes do continue to get pretty good. Unfortunately, I already have a lot of weapon blueprints unlocked, so that is not the most helpful thing in the universe. Also, while we're at it, let's definitely go ahead and get the self-healing ability on and the roll ability on, so we'll be able to heal up without using a med kit, and also be able to dodge an attack every now and then, especially because it seems that Nian has just unlocked a significantly more formidable attack than it was rocking throughout everything else that we were just dealing with. But no more Lunar New Year armor, or at least for this stage that we did just complete. I mean, y'all can see, you know, the quality of the prizes that we are getting here. I mean, nothing too crazy now, but I mean, we did get what we call engine parts and a few weapon blueprints, and actually those blueprints are pretty cool. But I mean, the main allure of the prizes here are going to be coming over what we call actually from the calendar. And speaking of the calendar, there is also a supply event that has just begun that is pretty cash money. If you guys don't know how the supply event works, pretty much what we call just by killing zombies and just, you know, doing stuff in the game, you're able to gain points towards your cargo and then get pretty cool prizes depending on how many points you get. There's some extremely rare prizes like M16, swap boots, fragments of titanium armor, some very rare ones like plastic and tactical trousers. And then also, I mean, y'all can see the like even like purple cards, and purple cards are like the best thing you could ask for, because opening up a purple crate at the police station has so much loot, it's actually insane. But anyways, I digress. That's going on. But then over here on the Lunar New Year, Pepang, I'll go ahead and take some of those. Thank you very kindly. And then we are what you call about halfway towards unlocking our Silk Road outfit. But I mean, in terms of pure prizes, I don't know, like maybe it's worth like going up to like the weapon blueprints, unlocking a few of those, maybe the gas cylinder if you really need that pretty bad. But otherwise, I mean, I don't know, like y'all are seeing how tough these stages are getting later on, unless you're really dead set on getting your hands on the outfit. I don't know if it's worth going all 14. But I don't know, it's definitely gonna be a personal decision based on, you know, how much loot you have available to yourself, etc, etc. But anyways, I digress. Let's go ahead and back on out. We got the saw blade mace, we got a little bit of pistol drizzle, we got a little some carrots up in our belly, and without further ado, we are gonna have the next level of this thing chugging along. To battle we go! I do at least appreciate that it's you know, sticking to only 100 points every time necessary for the battle. Oh, you know what I forgot to craft? I was gonna go ahead and craft up a torch really quickly. I grabbed some materials, so I'll go ahead and do that on the lickety split, and then like really quickly, let's go ahead and get the torch over here really quick also, but let's go ahead and back out. Hit Nian with the slow-mo. Can I light this thing? Yes, I can. Yes, I can. Is it gonna work? Nian does appear to be distracted, and boom! It looks like that just did 100 damage and stunned Nian. go, baby. I love to see that because, hey, a free 100 damage at the at the rate that Nian is progressing, definitely highly appreciated. Now, the really important question is that going to, keep on keeping on? See you later, Nian. Thank you for playing. Is that thing gonna regenerate, or do we have to like back out of the zone and come back in for it to come back? I don't know. I'm curious. We'll go and test that out and see if the firework thing replenishes. Dude, 3 factory parts. Let's go. That's actually surprisingly cash and money, and also the freaking wrench too while we're at it. Honestly, not too shabby, man. The quality of things here is starting to go up a little bit. I'm not exactly complaining anymore. I mean, I wasn't really complaining much. I mean, I was expecting a little bit better, but I'll take this. I'm pretty all right with what we are seeing. But yeah, let's go ahead and fill this up with some more food. Let's make sure we got some proper weaponry to deal with this. I don't even want to have the torch out until I do see that firework thing. I wonder how that firework thing does work. Anyways, let's go over here back to Nian stage 8. Throw in a few more of those puppies and back to battle. If you shall go. Nian, where are you coming from and how much health you got? 1,000 on the dot this time, and you can see the firework crate has not reappeared. So I am curious to see how that thing is going to work. And I'm also curious to go to Nian with the slow-mo. And welcome to the Uzi Jacuzzi 5-star resort, all-inclusive stay at the 5-star resort spa. I don't know. I'm just saying freaking resort buzzwords at this point, but it's working because Nian definitely appears to be pretty satisfied with our service. You know what I mean? I wonder if Nian unlocks like any more special attacks as we continue making our way through this, but luckily that special kind of like big swing attack Nian does, the damage it does not appear to scale with the rest of Nian. Like it's been kind of capping out at 29 damage per hit, but anyways, we were able to just confirm that firework thing does not come back every time that you do it. So I wonder if really quickly maybe backing out of the map and coming back in, is this all just a normal weapon mod blueprint also? Okay, but we got a little bit lucky with the rare. I'll actually take that. That's actually not too shabby. Love to see the high-tech components. Those are definitely some things that I kind of like initially standing out to me thus far. Let's pop some band-aids over here while we are out of battle, because I'm definitely going to be using first aid kits while we are in battle. Although, I mean, I guess, dude, I could probably use band-aids. It'll kind of like keep us a little bit more healed along the way. Let's go and get a pistol drizzle and then another pistol drizzle up in there. And then also really quickly, let's just for the sake of science, back out, leave the location, come back. I want to see if the fireworks have reappeared. And all right, we are back. I just traveled away. I have returned, and I do see crates of fireworks back on the ground. So okay, and actually a lot more this time, because unless I'm crazy, there were not 3 crates here last time, but maybe selective blindness, and I just decided not to notice them, because honestly 100% on brand with something that I would do. But all right, let's go ahead and throw in some more of the candy. Let's go ahead and go back into battle. In the end, you are a worthy adversary, gosh darn it. But you know what, I have got an even worthier way of taking you down. I'm just gonna go ahead and attract you to this crate of fireworks right up here, blow you up, keep you a little distracted, you know, nothing too crazy. Let's just go ahead and light that thing. And actually it appears like it works as a distraction. Like I actually think even like Nian will literally get drawn to the thing, you know, like if I'm like running all the way over here, like as soon as I hit it, Nian stops following me and starts going towards the fireworks. So actually really nifty way of fighting Nian that makes this significantly easier, especially when you take into account, you know, the type of damage that you might incur and stuff like that. Whatchamacall, there you go. Let's go ahead and just let Nian get close to that thing. Especially when you take into account the type of damage that Nian might incur. Oh, Nian's stuck at 10 health because Nian can't die. Yeah, that's right. Yell at me, punk. Yell at me. Get the heck out of here. But I will take those prizes. Thank you very kindly. What are we rocking with over here? We just got our hands on some titanium armor suit. Might be able to recycle that into titanium. A little bit of gunpowder. Nothing too crazy this time around, but definitely some more rarer materials. Not the most useful, but I mean the cog's actually kind of like a nice little surprise too while we are at it. But with that, stage 9 has been completed. Let's definitely go ahead and go up here and make sure that we collect those rewards, because dude, this just brings back bad memories. What we got this time? An elite shepherd puppy. Because last year we were doing this event like literally as a buzzer beater event, and I missed claiming my prizes by, I kid you not, like 20 seconds. I missed out on the prizes from last year. So like, I'm making sure we aren't missing out today, ladies and gentlemen. No way, Jose. But let's go ahead and throw some of those puppies in there. I mean, if we really wanted to, we could keep on leaving and entering the location to get the fireworks to like respawn and stuff like that. But I also want to harm Nian. And that's exactly what we're gonna do, you know? So Nian, please, with your 1200 health, at least, I don't know, It doesn't seem like Nian's damage is going up. It does seem like Nian's armor has gone up, but I'll be the judge of how much damage Nian's doing. Yeah, still 29 on the big hit. I don't think Nian's damage really is changing that much, but I mean, I don't know. It actually, those fireworks are really handy, you know, because 100 damage is basically, you know, based off of like, okay, you know what we're gonna have to do over here? I'm gonna have to like run around a little bit. I'm gonna hit you with the slow-mo really quickly, Nian. Let's go heal up. Hit you with the slow-mo, barrel roll away, and take this opportunity to go ahead and throw in a few guns over here into our slots so we can put those things to use. I don't know though, like just the amount of armor that Nian has now, like we're only doing 5 damage normally with our M16, which is normally like a 12 damage gun. So Nian does really start to collect quite a little bit of armor, which is not ideal. But I mean, besides that, pretty doable, especially once you take into account, you know, all the fireworks you could set off. I mean, if I wanted to really take my time, I could keep leaving the location, coming back, and it does appear like those fireworks will respawn. But listen, I know that we want to take down Nian on the absolute ASAP. I want to show us taking down Nian on the absolute ASAP, and that is exactly what we are going to do. And we got a little bit of asset out of that. Love the carbon composites. Love to see some of those. I mean, a little bit of these like weapon components we're getting too. Like, really cannot complain with what we are seeing. But we might need to be swapping in some of the heavier duty guns here, which we did bring in case of emergency, and you know, we're starting to emerge and see. I don't think that's a verb, but I'm using it as one. Let's go over here. Hopefully we have enough candied fruits to take us to the promised land. I think we're gonna have just enough. If not, I don't know, maybe I'll try to like grow a little bit more rice on like the uber duper last second or something like that. But all right, how you doing, Nian? How you doing? I'm just gonna stab you. All right, Nian does not appear to be amused by stab damage. Hopefully our armor is able to hold up, because we might need to grab a little bit of armor here, ladies and gentlemen. Definitely want to do the stabbing, because the stabbing ignores all armor. And in the case of Nian, ignoring armor is definitely a fat dub, if you ask me. So let's just go ahead and stab Nian. Use the M16 while our AK ability does recharge. Because yeah, dude, the value of the AK and just honestly, any armor-piercing weapons. Like if we really wanted to, we could bring out like the protectors and the equalizers and stuff. Actually, dude, I don't know. For the sake of science, I say maybe we do that. I think maybe we do that on the next run, because this armor is getting menacing and menacing. At least it's not doing more damage, but the menacing is there. A lot of menacement going on, you know what I mean? You're in a main, yeet, let's go ahead and stab you. And then as soon as we get Nian, yeah, down to about 10% health, just decides to go ahead and dip. So at least we don't need to do all the damage, but we got to do a pretty decent chunk of it. What we just get for this latest run. We got 5 factory parts. Oh, ho, ho, ho. Wee. I like what I see. And a steel bar, which I mean, 1 steel bar. I would expect a little bit more for the type of difficulty of battle that we're getting into now, but I'll take what I could get, man. You know, I'm not one to dwell. Okay, like maybe sometimes, but I'm trying not to dwell today. I'm trying to be a changed man, you know? And you know what? These band-aids, they just ain't packing the same punch, yo. And we might want to go and throw... I want to go and throw on a fresh set of armor, because Nian's about to strip us naked. So no thank you. And actually, while we're at it, let's go ahead and grab some of the free rice that we get every single day. You know, we get about 15 seeds over here that we can just go ahead and plant and start growing some rice. And I actually did go ahead and start cooking up a little bit more rice too, so we could go ahead and throw that into the conglomeration of things that we are doing, because each rice that we cook up does get us about 5 points. Let's just go ahead and do that. And here's the thing. It's only 1 point to cook this stuff, so like, let's get cooking, all right? It's time to cook. Jesse, we need to cook. But we'll keep on growing on the side as well. Whew. And you know what? I'm starting to sweat a little bit from these battles, because I'm starting to get a little bit of that iconic old school Starsnipe stank. You know what I'm talking about? So might be a shower here in my near future, but not immediately. All right, for now we will do. That should be, whatchamacallit, enough rice over there to get us a good chunk of the way and save us a little bit of apples, so we'll do that. Nian stage 12. We only have 3 more stages. I mean, counting this one, 3 stages. Counting the next one, I mean, after this one, only 2 more stages. So I think we're gonna have like just enough candied fruits. If not, maybe we go and grab like the last little bit of rice or something that we need. But we are gonna be right there on the brink of things. So to battle we shall go, and as we celebrate this monumentous moment of epic eternal struggle with Nian, want to go to remind you all as well. Make sure you're subscribed with that notification bell hit, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Make sure that you are staying in the loop with all the latest and greatest of Last Day on Earth, all the newest updates, all the newest news about the updates, which I did not forget, by the way. Do still have some update news, and y'all will be hearing about that news super uber duper shortly here. Honestly, I can just go ahead and spill the beans right after this battle, because my goldfish memory kind of completely forgot about it for a sec, but then I was like, wait a minute, the people need to know about this, so the people will be getting to know about this ever so shortly. Do not worry, do not stress, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. But for now, our battle, our eternal struggle struggle with Nian does continue. Just go ahead and stab Nian a little bit, heal up a little bit. We'll just go ahead and juke out of that one and get another weapon over here into our secondary slot because just stab you a little bit with the AK. We'll dish out a little bit of damage with the VSS from afar. Gotta love the ability for some turn and burn tactics. Activate our self-regeneration ability over there in that bottom left-hand corner. And we are cooking. Good looking. Things are looking pretty good. And Nian is looking pretty tired out. See you later. Bye-bye. Thanks for playing, Nian. I still got 2 more dates with you, baby. But yeah, make sure to subscribe with that notification bell to stay in the loop with all the latest and greatest of Last Day on Earth. Whether it's new news or new updates, we're always trying to check out absolutely everything ASAP to show it off for y'all. And make sure that you kind of know what you're getting into with these new updates and kind of what to expect. And hopefully to be a little bit prepared and have plenty of fun along the way. And by the way, if you're having fun, if you're having a great time, don't forget to hit that like button, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. As a YouTuber, I gain eternal power from, you know, the like button being hit or something like that. And let me know in that comment section down below too what y'all have been thinking of the Lunar New Year event, how far y'all have managed to get, any and all of that type of jazz. But then, like I did say, I do have some news. Boom! And this is that news. Hello, survivors. Winter is slowly coming to an end. Dude, I don't know, man. February, bro. It was snowing in like April last year or something, so I don't think it's coming to an end. But all right, we'll go with that. We'd like to share with you our plans for February this month because February has just begun. We're not going to release a major update, but focus on polishing the actual gameplay nuances. Plan-wise, there's a refinement of calendar events, changes to the store and battle pass, and a number of technical tweaks. The release of an update, these improvements is planned for around the end of February. Of course, there may be changes in content and timing, which you will be certainly notified about in the news. We wish you all a great February. So actually really cool to see the developers letting us know about this stuff ahead of time and giving us like a rough timeline of updates and stuff like that. So no major update coming in February, but given the fact that they're announcing this update and usually how far away updates are spaced, if I had to guess, I'm thinking we might have a major update coming. Like I'd probably say like at least a month after this one is probably a good amount of space between that. So given this one's launching late February, give it like a week cushion or something like that. I think sometime in April we can kind of expect the next major update. And as we know, major updates in Last Day on Earth now encompass a little something known as stories, known as these things. So I think pretty much what we are going to potentially get is Act 3 of the whole Act storyline unlocked, and we are going to get to see how it all does kind of come together and how the story is going to continue, because like the last few updates, I mean, they're pretty much intertwined with this whole stories thing now. So whether, you know, whatever the third act does encompass, it does seem like it's going to encompass the boat and the port, maybe even intertwine in the submarine over from the port, potentially the train over at the bottom floor, over at floor 3, or the trolley, I should say. Like there's a lot of things at the port that are going to be interesting, but we know that the boat's going to be kind of like the big vehicle of things. And with that in mind, we know the boat is used for traveling throughout the north of kind of like the northern body of water, which means that perhaps some new areas will be unlocked, including potentially the oil rig. Now, if you don't know what I'm talking about, you know, northern body of water, the port and everything like that. So it makes sense that the port and the boat would be kind of like intertwined, as we've seen with some of the past acts and stuff like that. Like the act is gonna kind of like center around that vehicle. Act 2 centers around the minivan, which centers around expeditions and the settlement, developing the settlement, etc., etc. Act 1 is kind of just like an introduction to the game, pointing you throughout some of the basic locations and ultimately pointing you towards the direction of the bunker and encouraging the building and giving you some parts along the way for building the chopper. So Act 3 appears like it's going to do something similar with the boat and with the port location, because you can also kind of see, you know, like in Act 2, right in the background, you have the settlement, but you also have the vehicle. So it appears like a large focus of the act will be given to whatever's in the photo and whatever vehicle there is as well, which of course is why we are super excited for Act 5, because we get to see a little something known as the helicopter finally come to fruition. But that's a whole different beast, man. But anyways, with that in mind, like I did say, over in the laboratory in the 3rd floor, there's a trolley, so perhaps we'll see a little bit of something with that. There's also the submarine that is, you know, right now not possible to unlock, but is teased as a potential unlockable over here within the port. But I think like what potentially makes the most sense, you know, with the kind of like boat being the central vehicle, is that perhaps we'll be able to use the boat to travel up to the oil rig. You might be like, Star, but if you press transport required, it says you need the helicopter. Well, that's just what it says right now. The developers easily could change this down the line. This is just the way of them saying, okay, you can't get here because you need a helicopter, you know, just a way of putting it on the map, but making sure you can't get there. So when they finally want to make it accessible, they could change that. And honestly, it makes sense that they would change this to the boat, because you're just going over water anyway. Why would you need a helicopter to go here if it's on water? So I'm definitely in the camp that like I'm convinced that that's gonna change. And the really interesting thing about this too, and the type of purpose I think the oil rig is going to play, is if you look at the bubble above the oil rig, it is a light blue bubble. The only other place where you see that light blue bubble is going to be at the watchtowers scattered throughout the map. So to me, it really seems like the oil rig is just a watchtower planted in the middle of the ocean, and we know what watchtowers do. They expand your range into the unknown around that. And what is the unknown around here? It is a whole nother like landmass on the opposite side of the ocean. So that'll definitely, along with revealing all of this area, probably also encompass revealing a few new locations as well. And just as like a hint, something that's been teased throughout Last Day on Earth, throughout like loading screens and stuff even, is that the north is supposed to be where the city is. There's supposedly a city somewhere to the north, so it seems like the storyline might slowly be pushing us up towards that long fabled and rumored city that has kind of like been built up into the lore. So super interesting things going with that. Definitely want to make sure that y'all were aware of that and what is going on. So, you know, it does appear like we might start getting funneled towards the Act 3. I don't know if all of Act 3 will come out at once. I could see it being similar to Act 2, where they release the first chapter first, and then after that they'll release the next few chapters and complete the act. So potentially, you know, we'll get an initial release that kind of like has to do with like some islands and stuff like that, and maybe like that in the second half of the update. Why did fireworks just go off? And then perhaps the second half of the update will have more to do with actually we'll have more to do with, I'm brain farting so hard. It'll have more to do with actually going to the oil rig and unlocking new areas to the north. So I can definitely see that being a thing, and I'm super interested to see how things go with that. So let me know what y'all think in that comment section down below as well, because I mean, long story short, we know that that's not coming here, but we do know that it's gonna be coming in the future, and just kind of like using some context clues, using some hints that we've been given, we can kind of start to deduce a few things about it, and a few of those things are pretty exciting, I tell you what. But anyways, I digress. Let's go to battle, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, with Nian, and we are this time going to be whipping out the Scar along with the VSS. I think that is going to actually, you know what we could do? We could go ahead and just like really quickly get the torch back up in here as well. Hello, Nian. Don't mind me just hitting this thing to go ahead and distract you a little bit. Let's just go ahead and, yeah, you do your thing. I'm just go ahead and wail on you with the VSS. Yeah, leaving the map and coming back is really kind of a cheat code. You're able to do a ton of damage to Nian stress-free. I mean, like, if I wanted to, I really could just like be doing this with like a melee weapon. I kind of like the safety that we get with a little bit of distance, but I could definitely be doing this, you know, with the safety of a melee weapon and not be like nearly as stressed. Let's just go ahead and let Nian go over there, get distracted by that thing, boom, do 100 damage via the explosion, and then just keep on doing a little bit of bonus damage after the fact. And you know, the VSS is about to break, so let's just go ahead and get that out of there. Throw in the Scar, because we are definitely gonna want a weapon of actual caliber to do the rest of the damage we need to do to Nian to finish off stage 13. Sayonara, see you later. Our reward is waiting for us for the chest, and we have over here 30 points. We are 30 points short, so we got to get a few more. I'm gonna go grow like a little bit more rice or something like that. Oh, a reanimator. That's actually kind of nifty over there. We got an extremely rare mod, 2 extremely rare mod blueprints. We actually, this would have been the active skill mod for the Sawblade Mace. So listen, it is definitely expensive as you get later on into some of these levels, but like, yo, it does get just some extremely rare mod blueprints, which is not the worst deal in the world if you're looking for those things. And I mean, you know, plenty of decent parts along the way too, because a lot of these things like high-tech components, carbon composites, and factory parts will also help you build these various things, you know? And this is actually hilariously bad timing, but we literally are going to be 5 points short. So I need to get like another bowl of rice or a kumquat or something. So listen here, punk. We're going to battle. I'm hitting the gong. And we got to go ahead and take down some terracotta zombies. And here we have a Zhangxi. Don't really care about the Zhangxi. We only care about the terracottas. Yeet and yeet. Luckily, I got a little bit of shotgun rain. Some state drive. The terracottas feel the vein. Shotgun rain. And this will go ahead and do the trick pretty much on the lickety split. If there's any Zhangxi, yo, I'll leave that to you, girl. All right, you do your thing. Do your thing. I forget her name. It's definitely not 21 though, but yay! Goodbye, terracotta, and hello to my prizes awaiting in the chest. Please be a little bit of rice or a kumquat. We got some rice, and also we got something in here. Jerky, not what I'm looking for. What kind of fortune do we have though? An opponent guarding great riches will be waiting for you in the pine bush. I think that's just gonna summon us towards like a boss battle or something like that. Anyways, I digress. Time to grow some rice. And with a freshest set of fireworks and the final little bit of rice that we needed, and hopefully enough weapons to get the job done, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it is time for the final stage 14 battle with Nian. Let's throw in the rice. Let's go to battle, and let's let's wish me a little bit of luck because Nian still only has 1,500 health, which I think it had last time, which makes me worried. How much more powerful is Nian going to be? I suppose that is something where time will tell, and let's begin telling with a little bit of that. Let's get to mowing. We are bringing out the scar. We are pulling out all the stops. Nian is going down today, gosh darn it. Let's go on at the next fireworks over there, and Nian is going to be suffering a little bit more explosive damage. Gotta love that 300 damage that we get right over there. Let's do a little bit more damage to Nian. Nian is about to start running up after us, then we're gonna go at this last little bit of fireworks. We are gonna stand right here and we are gonna put in the finishing touches to finish off Nian. Thank you for the valiant battle, Nian. Where are you going? Where are you going? Oh, Nian's running. Nian's healing. Why is Nian healing, bro? What the heck? What? Nian just healed like a bunch of health. What happened? I'm getting cheesed. I'm getting cheesed. I don't like this. This is not the cheese that I signed up for. I don't have any crackers. I don't have any charcuterie meats. What the heck is going on? I don't know. We're getting damage done to us. Pop! Yo! Nian has fallen! Whoa! I honestly thought Nian was just gonna run away, but that is one heck of a way to put only one big bones, bro. I really thought we were gonna get something a little bit better than that, but whatever. I'll roll with it. I'll rock with it. The battle is over, but the immortal spirit of Nian will be back. We must be prepared. You gosh darn right the battle's over because Nian dead as can be in a shower. Definitely does make sense. Let's see what the last bit of prizes are for our valiant efforts. And we've got coming our way, oh, a propeller. That's kind of nifty. We got 5 lead plates. Actually, that means that this would be one of the only ways you can get lead before actually finishing your ATV. And that's really handy because lead is used in building one of the upgrades in Bunker Bravo to unlock extra loot on each floor, including getting an extra gas cylinder on the 4th floor, extra ATV car batteries on the 3rd floor, and extra carbon composites on the 2nd floor, which actually makes that pretty freaking nifty. Looks like we got a little extra acid with the opening of that region box. We got another reanimator. We got some glass panes, the propeller, obviously. So all in all, pretty darn tootin' cool things, if you ask me. Was it worth the effort? I mean, if you're heading out on the location and coming back in every time and getting those fireworks to spawn back in, honestly, not that bad of a battle. That is kind of like the secret, if you ask me, to taking down Nian in an effective manner. You know, I mean, it's still gonna be a battle. You know, still gonna have a little bit of back and forth, a little bit of fighting and all that, but definitely a lot more doable into that context. But with that said, with that done, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, let's head on over to the seasonal calendar event. Let's go to the Lunar New Year. Let's take it all and let's head home. We have a brand new outfit and also a shower awaiting us. And after a quick little pit stop inside of the shower, we reach our penultimate destination with a brand new outfit known as the Silk Road outfit. Let's definitely save that and let's throw on a backpack that matches a little bit better than what we're currently rocking. And honestly, dude, I am not going to lie, the Starsnipe backpack kind of fits the vibes and the color aesthetic of this pretty darn good, especially because we're still waiting on a proper Chinese New Year backpack / Lunar New Year backpack, and we will be getting that very shortly, as soon as, I mean, the new event over at the slots does begin, and then we'll be able to grab that. But in the meantime, I mean, listen, it's not a perfect color match, but my backpack kind of rocking with what we're rocking over here, so I definitely cannot complain about what I am seeing. But with that said, with that done, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, the brand new Silk Road skin, the penultimate prize of the Lunar New Year event in all of its glory, hopefully with a perfectly matching backpack coming in the very near future. But with that said, with that done, that is gonna let us start bringing that to this episode of Last Day on Earth. Thank you guys a whole ton for watching, and I'll talk to you in the next one. See ya.